Teresa is leaving Harmony?
Yeah, that's right. She's realized that she can't be married to Alistair. That he's way too controlling, and that the things that he wants her to do in bed, whatever the hell they might be, are so depraved and disgusting that it literally makes her sick. But most of all, she doesn't want Alistair raising little Ethan. So she has decided to take him and leave. She's packing right now.
What about Jane?
Jane will stay here with us.
Really?
Absolutely.
Well, I hate the thought of losing little Ethan, but if it means saving him from being raised by Alistair, then that's a good thing. And Teresa finally being out of our lives, I mean, that is fabulous.
Amazing, isn't it? I got a lot of loving to give my new wife tonight.
Look, why don't you go wait for me in your room, okay? See, I had stopped off and I said goodnight to my children before I came up here, and I haven't had time to change yet.
Well, I've waited long enough. Our honeymoon starts tonight.
Wait. Please. Okay. Are you sure you burned everything that linked me to the John I was with tonight?
Yes, all your bloody clothes and the sheets are all ashes and covered in dirt.
And we buried the knife. Jessica, relax. You're safe. No one will be able to connect you to your John being murdered tonight.
Dad, you can't turn Jessica in for murder.
Noah is right. You are thinking like a cop, not a father. You will never forgive yourself. If Jessica is sent away for the rest of her life to prison...
And I'd never forgive myself if I stood by and let her get away with murder either.
Hey, whatever happened to innocent until proven guilty, huh? You can't be sure that she killed that guy.
Who else could it be? Jessica's description matched the one the desk clerk gave at the motel. And I found one of a pair of earrings that Grace and I bought Jessica at the crime scene. And this charred piece of bloody clothing smoldering in the flower pot in my backyard. Now, if Jessica didn't kill this man, then what the hell is she trying to hide?
Luis is dead?
I'm afraid so, ma'am.
No. No. No.
I'll get you a glass of water.
Did you have to drop the news on her like a ton of bricks?
I said I'm sorry. And I mean that, ma'am. I don't like hurting nice people.
Luis can't be dead. He can't be.
Get the lady some water, then get upstairs, get packed. You and your son are out of here tonight.
I can't leave Sheridan like this.
Hey, you blew your cover, pal. You stay here, and you can end up dead like Detective Lopez Fitzgerald.
You're wrong or you're lying because Luis can't be dead. He can't be. No, you're wrong.
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of a bird I knew could take me high as breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my passion for life.
Luis and I, we were soulmates. We shared past lives together. I would know if he were dead. I would feel it, and I don't. So he has to be alive. He has to be.
So you and Detective Lopez Fitzgerald worked together in previous lives?
Yes, I don't expect you to believe it, but it's true.
Luis was Sheridan's fiancée. They had a child together that was kidnapped. Luis was overseas looking for him.
Luis promised that he would bring Marty home. He always keeps his word. That's why he can't be dead. He can't be.
Agent Hall has no reason to lie to you, Sheridan.
No, ma'am, I don't.
Then it has to be a mistake.
As I said before, the agency tracked down Detective Lopez Fitzgerald to Morocco, then to a bar in Tangier. We do know he's looking for a woman named Beth Wallace.
It's my demented half-sister. She's the one who kidnapped my child, Marty. I knew it. Luis was on her trail.
Anyway, a knife fight broke out between two of the patrons in the bar. Detective Lopez Fitzgerald wasn't involved at first, but the fight did escalate, and somehow your fiancé was dragged into it. I don't mean to be too graphic, but Detective Lopez Fitzgerald was stabbed to death.
No! No!
Jessica, why don't you just try to go back to sleep?
We'll stay with you until you do.
No. I'm afraid I'll dream about that John again, lying there next to me, dead, blood everywhere.
Listen, Jess, I know that you're all freaked out about what happened tonight, but look, and we're not remembering how you woke up next to the dead guys. That's gotta be the worst, but thinking about it is not gonna help.
Yeah, Simone's right. You have to act like nothing happened.
Yeah, I mean, how could I not think about it? Even if no one suspects me of killing that guy, Spike will be so angry when he finds out what happened.
Spike, so you're worried about that sleazeball at a time like this?
Yeah, I mean, I'll have to face him sooner or later, and when I do, he'll be so upset I don't have the John's money.
You've got to be kidding.
If only.
No, Spike is counting on me to make big bucks in a hurry, so he can rebuild this club after it burnt.
Can you believe her? No, I can't.
Listen, who cares what Spike thinks? The guy is a jerk. He drugs you up and pimps you out to guys who can't get a date. That is not love. That is abuse. Now forget about Spike and get a grip.
I can't pretend like nothing happened. That Jessica just came home tonight and decided to burn her clothes in the back for the hell of it. No, she has to be involved in that John's murder. There's no other explanation.
What about self-defense?
Hey, or a setup. Come on, Alistair set me up, having drugs and a gun planted in my car, or you in those bogus corruption charges. Well, why not just frame Jessica for murder?
Well, not that Alistair wouldn't be capable of doing such a thing like that. But finding this in the back nixes that theory.
Why?
Okay, say the girls didn't burn it, okay? That Alistair's people came over in my backyard and tried to burn those clothes. Don't you think the girls would have seen them? And why wouldn't they tell me? Plus, the fire was put out just moments before I came home.
Okay. Say Jessica was involved in the murder, all right? She's still just a kid. If you turn her in now, she's gonna eventually end up in jail and wind up dead.
I'm afraid she'll wind up dead if I don't turn her in. Now, you know, she's become increasingly self-destructive. Smoking, drinking, doing drugs, cutting herself, prostitution, and now a murder. I don't want to ever think that my daughter could do such a thing. But I never thought she was capable of doing those other things either. I love her with all my heart. But I have to protect her.
Then don't turn her in, Dad.
As much as this kills me, I think this is best for Jessica.
No, Dad, no! Oh.
Sam, you know, you are the finest man I have ever known. And you have such an amazing sense of right and wrong, but this isn't just some suspect we're talking about. This is your daughter, your baby, someone who is precious to you. Please, please think about that before you do something.
Ivy, damn it, that's all I've been thinking about. It would kill me if I had to turn her in. Do you know that? But I have no choice.
Why don't you call Ethan and get his legal opinion first?
No.
That's a great idea,
No,
Dad.
he's got too much going on. I mean, with Teresa marrying Alistair. All right? I don't want to stress him out anymore.
So Teresa is leaving Harmony with little Ethan.
Yeah, that's right.
And Jane is staying here with us.
Yes.
Okay, well, what if Teresa doesn't like it where she ends up and she winds up coming back here?
That won't happen because I promised to help Teresa escape.
You did what? Are you crazy? Ethan, what about Alistair?
Alice, he won't know Teresa and little Ethan are gone until it's too late.
Okay, and then what? And then what? You know he's going to be furious with you.
Fine, I'm not afraid of that man.
Well, I think maybe he should be.
Let's just take one crisis at a time, okay? Teresa's leaving, Gwen. She's leaving for good. And I, for one, feel sorry for her because she has to leave her family and her friends at a very short notice.
Ethan, she brought this on herself.
Yes and no. She was desperate to get Jane back, and marrying Alistair was the only way she thought that could happen. Only Alistair's help came with too high of a price.
I cannot believe you are defending her.
Gwen, I am not defending her. I am just trying to do what is right here. And what is right is me trying to help little Ethan and Teresa get the hell away from Alistair.
I still can't believe that Teresa actually married Alistair. Our baby girl married Alistair.
How she can think that Alistair's going to help her get Jane back and make Ethan leave Gwen for her is beyond me.
You and everyone else.
She won't last a week in that house. Alistair's evil is everywhere.
You know, I just hope that Teresa comes to her senses, leaves Alistair, comes back here where we can love her and little Ethan the way they deserve to be loved. Something Crane could never do.
You're dreaming, Martin. Now that Alistair has them, he's never going to let Teresa and little Ethan go. Never.
Stop, please. Please, I just need a few more minutes to get ready.
Oh, you're ready. All right, Teresa. You're firm, you're luscious, you're ripe. And I'll devour you right after I pluck you.
You agreed to help Teresa leave Harmony with little Ethan?
Yes, I did.
You know, just when I think I can't be shocked anymore, you or Teresa prove me wrong.
What, Gwen?
I mean, this is it. Okay, this is the last straw. This is just too damn much. Because not only is it not your job to play travel agent to Teresa, but helping her guarantees that Alistair's gonna come crashing down on you. And while Teresa and little Ethan are off living the high life somewhere, we are gonna be kicked to the curb.
Gwen, I told you, Alistair will not know that I helped Teresa.
Ethan, Alistair knows everything.
Let me tell you something. Teresa is making a pretty big sacrifice by agreeing to leave with little Ethan. Not only is she going to go to a town, a strange town, alone with little Ethan, without Jane, not being able to come back to Harmony to see her friends or her family. Yeah, Gwen, I feel a little sorry for her.
You know, you're either too good to be true or just too dumb to live. I swear. I, for one, really don't give a damn what happens to Teresa, because that bitch is getting everything she deserves for what she's done to us.
No, she's not.
Are you kidding me?
Gwen, it's not right that you're talking about Teresa like that. It's not.
You know, I'm this close to ripping a piece of you out by its roots and choking you with it.
You know what? Leave the theatrics to your mother. I'm trying to do what's right.
For Teresa!
No, Gwen, for us. For us. You wanted Teresa gone. She's going. Do you not want her to stay gone?
You know I want her gone.
Well, then guess what? What I'm doing, helping Teresa leave, is in both of our best interests.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Well, I am completely sure about that. And once little Ethan and Teresa are settled someplace, I'm going to take Jane secretly to see them whenever I can.
You are absolutely not gonna do that. I forbid that. We have custody of Jane.
Teresa is Jane's mother. I am Jane's father. And leaving Alistair shouldn't mean that Teresa doesn't get to see her daughter for the rest of her life.
You know what? The way you're talking right now, I think you should leave with Teresa.
Stop it, please. Just stop it, please. Stop. I just need a few minutes to get into the mood.
Well, I'm already in the mood, so take off your clothes. What's this? Suitcase. You going somewhere, Teresa?
I'm not gonna lie to you. Yes, I made a mistake being your wife, marrying you. I'm leaving it.
You're working for my father, aren't you? He's having you lie about Luis just to hurt me. Well, you can go back to my father and tell him that it didn't work, that I'm onto him.
Ma'am, I have no idea who your father is.
Oh, right.
Sheridan's father is Alistair Crane.
Really?
Like you didn't know.
I know who Alistair Crane is, but I've never met him and I don't work for him.
He's telling the truth, Sheridan. I met Agent Hall in Washington at the FBI headquarters. He wouldn't lie about Luis.
Then you're mistaken. Because Luis can't be dead.
Look, we recovered his passport, ma'am. The deceased is definitely Detective Lopez Fitzgerald.
Wait, that's the proof that you're going by? A passport? Come on, my father could rig that up in his sleep. This supposed Luis is just probably some lookalike that my father hired to have killed and then placed a fake passport on his body.
Look, I know the truth is hard to take sometimes, but faking Detective Lopez Fitzgerald's death, doesn't it seem just a bit far-fetched?
No, not to my father. He is capable of anything.
Well, what will it take to convince you, ma'am?
Proof. Good, solid proof.
To be conclusive, we'd have to do a fingerprint check, compare dental records, and do a DNA test. Are you in possession of anything that contains Detective Lopez Fitzgerald's DNA?
No, we didn't live here together. But his parents live close by. Can they give a sample of their DNA to run the test?
Absolutely.
Great. Then I will get James, and we'll all go over to Pilar and Martin's together.
Daddy's suspicious I was involved in that murder tonight. I know he is.
Jessica, it doesn't matter. He can't prove a thing.
Yeah, Paloma's right. I mean, between our cover story that we met you at the nightclub and burning all the evidence that you were ever in the room with that dead guy, any suspicions that your dad might have, he can just write off to his police training.
Listen to Simone and stop worrying. Your dad is so happy you're back home, he'll go out of his way not to do or say anything to risk losing you again.
God help me, I don't know what to do. A part of me knows that Jessica was involved in that John's murder and has to face up to it. But another part wants to pretend this isn't happening.
Look, Dad, I'm gonna go fix you a drink, all right? It'll help you clear your mind, relax, collect your thoughts.
Sam, I am so sorry. I know how hard this is on you.
I don't know how I could look at Jessica if I turn her in. Or how I could look at myself if I didn't. I mean, Jessica's gone from bad to worse, and nothing that we have done to try to help her has worked. And now a man is dead.
And you think if you don't do something extreme, Jessica might be next?
I'm not gonna let that happen. You know, if Jessica were in jail, at least she'd be alive. Counseling. And away from that scum Spike. Now that's reason enough to turn her in. Harmony PD. Yes, I have some information. The man that was murdered at the Willard Motel tonight.
Dad, no!
You are my passion for life.
Try and get some sleep.
No. No. I'm so afraid I'll have another nightmare. Well, don't be. Paloma and I are here. So if you wake up all freaked out, we'll be here to tell you it was just a bad dream.
Jessica, I know what it's like to be scared. The man Mr. Crane had kidnapped me in Mexico tried to rape me. And I was afraid to fight back, but even more afraid not to. I did, and I saved myself. Be strong and you'll be okay.
Okay. I'll try. Sweet dreams.
Dad, hang up.
I have to turn Jessica in for her own good.
Hey, the hell you are, all right?
Now listen, I want you to stay out of this. This is my decision.
The hell I will! Look, we are a family, Dad. It is our job to protect Jessica, not sacrifice her to some corrupt criminal justice system controlled by Alistair Crane.
Now, I can't protect Jessica from herself any more than I can protect you and Kay from yourselves.
Oh, me, give me a break. What did I do?
Oh, for starters, you quit graduate school without even telling me. And then you got involved in gambling. Kay had a baby out of wedlock, and now my youngest daughter is a prostitute who may have killed a man tonight. Now, I tried being patient and loving, and where'd that get me? Jessica spit in my face to go down and live with Spike, who's feeding her with drugs and pimping her out. Now, if I protect Jessica from herself this time, then what, huh? More drugs, prostitution, more murders? I don't know, because I'm not gonna take that chance. I'm turning her in for her own good.
But Dad, you don't know if she actually killed that guy, all right? It could have been self-defense, or she could have been set up by Alistair, like we were.
Sam, Noah does have a point. I don't think you should turn Jessica in until you know exactly what she did and why.
All right, well, I'm gonna find out. Jessica, get down here right now!
Oh, no!
Jessica!
Sheridan.
Hi. It's kind of late. Is something wrong?
May we come in?
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Come on in.
Hey, Sheridan. I can tell something is wrong. What is it?
This is Agent Dave Hall with the FBI.
FBI?
When Teresa married Alistair tonight, I thought the one person that could set her straight was Luis. But as you know, he's off looking for Beth and Marty. Well, Chris called a friend of his with the FBI to have Luis tracked down and brought back to Harmony.
Which is what we did.
Well, the last we heard, Luis was in an accident in Spain, but he wasn't seriously hurt, thank God.
So he's okay to come home?
Not exactly.
But not exactly. What does that mean?
Martin, Pilar, you need to brace yourselves. The news is not good.
The FBI thinks that Luis is dead.
Oh, Madre de Dios. Oh, God, not Luis. Not Luis.
Look, Gwen. I love you. I'm not gonna leave you for Teresa.
Ethan, I just can't believe that you still feel sorry for her after everything she's done to us. Because of her, we lost our daughter. We lost our unborn son. And she has physically attacked me how many times? Choked me, tried to incinerate me. She has stabbed me. The fact that you feel anything but pure hate towards her speaks volumes about how you feel about me, about us, and none of it's good.
I understand why you feel the way you do. I really do. But your reality with Teresa is different than mine. I see her as her own worst enemy. She creates problems and then she falls victim to them, Gwen. Like marrying Alistair. She didn't get what she wanted, and now she's landed right in hell.
Good. Let her burn in it.
No, I can't.
So you're leaving me?
Yes. Look, we don't love each other. And I cannot give you what you want. I have tried, I really have, but I can't. So I am sorry.
Where are you going?
I'm going to my mother's house.
Ah, good. Very good.
You're okay with me leaving?
Oh, yes, I'm just your husband, Teresa, not your keeper. You say you can't stay married to me, then you're free to go.
Can't believe how, well you're taking this.
Well, I get where you're coming from, kid.
Okay. Well, next time someone calls you a heartless monster, I'm gonna tell them exactly how kind you were about this.
Oh, it's very nice of you.
Okay. Well, Alistair, I'm going to, get my son and we will be on our way.
That's out of the question.
Excuse me?
I said you were free to go. But not with little Ethan. He's mine now. My son. My heir. He stays in this house.
Are you out to make Ripley's Believe It or Not or something? Because I, for one, cannot believe what I'm hearing. I mean, it's bad enough that you want to help Teresa escape here with little Ethan, but to think that you're going to take Jane to go see them wherever they wind up? There's no way. There's absolutely no freaking way.
I am not gonna punish Teresa by keeping her daughter away from her,
You know
Gwen.
what? I wish my mother's donkey was here to give you a swift kick, because you certainly need one.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, Gwen.
Look, I've come to accept the fact that a part of you is always going to love Teresa. But to think that you're going to sneak Jane to go see them and think that Alistair's not going to find out and punish you is crazy.
I told you I'll be very careful.
Famous last words.
Honey, I have an obligation to help Teresa.
You know what? It sounds more to me like you want to be with her.
Well, that's not true. I do want to be with you. I really do. But do you understand we're not going to be happy if the cost is someone else's misery?
Little Ethan is my son, and I'm not going to leave him here with you.
You can and you will.
Little Ethan is Julian's son, my grandson, my blood. And when I adopt him, he's my son.
You can't adopt him, Alistair, if I leave you.
Oh, yes, I can. Yes, I can. I want you to look at this, Bright Eyes. Our prenup. Remember that? Specifically, item 13. It is agreed upon that Alistair Crane will adopt one Ethan Lopez Fitzgerald as his son and heir. Your initials. Right.
The adoption is only valid if we stay together as a couple. I'm leaving now, and I'm taking my child with me.
Me adopting Ethan is not contingent on us staying together.
I wouldn't agree to that, Alistair.
But you already did. You signed a legal document, and I'm holding you to it. Little Ethan stays here. Period.
Come on, take it easy. You listen to me. I'm telling you, Luis can't be dead.
It's too much. Antonio's dead, Miguel is gone, and now Luis, I can't take anymore. I just can't.
Look, when Agent Hall first told me, I didn't believe him either. I still feel connected to Luis. The same way that Luis felt connected to me when everyone thought that I had died in that boat explosion. I think the man that they found is just a lookalike, someone that my father is trying to pass off as Luis.
Right, that's possible, right? Luis could still be alive.
It's doubtful. We need Luis's fingerprints, his dental records, and we need to do a DNA test to conclusively identify the body.
How can we help?
Let me take a swab of your mouths. I'll send the samples off to our local field offices. They'll compare the DNA with that of the deceased to see if they match.
By all means, take your samples.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jessica, I need you to come downstairs, now.
Daddy sounds upset. Like he knows I killed that man.
How could he? We covered for you and burned all the evidence.
Jessica!
Okay, we'll go downstairs with you just in case.
And don't be afraid. I mean, he's your dad. He loves you, Jess.
All right, just go easy on her, Dad, all right?
Remember, you are a father looking for answers, not a cop grilling a suspect.
I promise. I'll be easy.
Sorry it took so long. I was half asleep.
Look, Jess, I have a hard time believing that you don't know more about the murder tonight at the Willard Motel than what you're letting us believe.
She doesn't know anything.
We were with Jessica all night. She couldn't have possibly killed anyone.
What do you guys say for yourself, Jessica?
It's like I told you before. I don't know anything about some John being killed in a sleazy motel room.
What about this?
Why are you asking me about that?
What is it?
We've never seen it before.
I found it out back, buried in a flower pot after it was burnt tonight. It's still smoking when I got home. And none of you girls know anything about it.
Jess,
What?
you need to be honest with Dad.
I am. We didn't burn anything. Hey, maybe Ivy did.
No, Jessica, I didn't.
Well, what about you, Noah?
No, Squirt.
This fabric looks like a skirt that you used to wear.
No, it isn't.
No way.
That should be Agent Rand.
Agent Rand, FBI, I'm here to pick up a
Yeah,
DNA
please come
sample.
in. We've been expecting you. Yeah.
These are a rush. I need the DNA in these two samples compared with the DNA of the deceased. Also, let's get Detective Lopez Fitzgerald's fingerprints and dental records from the local PD. Compare them to.
Right away.
Thanks, Ryan.
Call you with the results as soon as I have them.
This is all my fault. Luis would be okay if I hadn't insisted that he go and search for Marty.
Oh, me. You would have gone looking for Marty anyway. That is who Luis is.
Or was.
Yeah, I thought Teresa marrying Alistair would be the biggest threat we'd face. You know, with all of his money and power, she'd certainly be able to reclaim full custody of Jane and then set her sights on you. But it seems like Teresa isn't the biggest threat to us. You are.
Me.
Yeah. You are willing to risk our security, our stability, and our future with Jane by helping Teresa skip out on Alistair. And if that doesn't come back to bite you, sneaking Jane to see them certainly will.
Gwen, it is wrong to cut Teresa off from her own daughter.
So you'd rather just confuse Jane?
I would never lie to Jane about who her real mother is.
And what are you going to tell her? Who are you going to tell her that her mother is? Is it me or Teresa?
You know, God willing, you will raise Jane, but Teresa has got to be allowed to see her, Gwen. Look, listen, why can't you just give this a chance? A chance to work. You know, Teresa is leaving. I thought that would make you happy.
Not if you're sneaking Jane off to be with Teresa.
Can we just get past tonight? Please. If nothing else, we can agree that Teresa is right to take little Ethan away from Alistair.
I will not let you adopt little Ethan and keep him your prisoner.
It's too late for that, Teresa.
I will fight you with everything that I've got.
Without me in your corner, you've got nothing. Don't you realize I control the courts, the police, and just about every lawyer in this town? So you've lost before you begin.
You're a monster.
Oh, golly, gee, gosh, holy cow. Just a few minutes ago, you were defending me to my detractors.
Well, I was a fool.
You still are a fool. So, why don't you go off to your mamas? Well, I'm still willing to let you go. Just don't disturb my son on your way out.
Jane's staying in this house. I want both my children close by.
And if you want to keep your job at Crane Industries, Ethan, or ever practice log in on this planet, kindly tell your wife to show more respect to my wife. And as far as Jane is concerned, she goes nowhere without Teresa's permission.
You know what, Alistair? We're in charge of Jane, not Teresa. We have custody of her.
Temporary custody. And, gosh, I hear a clock ticking, don't you, my sweet?
I do.
Look, I know you're worried about Alistair coming after us if he finds out that I helped little Ethan and Teresa leave town, but you don't have to be. I was raised to be the Crane heir, remember?
Before Mother and I outed you as Ivy's son with Sam.
I can be just as cunning as Alistair. And once Teresa and little Ethan are safely on their way, you and I, we can focus on us and our marriage and raising Jane.
I really hope you're right. Because until Teresa's gone from Harmony, I'm just not going to feel safe.
Well, Teresa's going to be gone before long, and then we can have the family that we always dreamed of having.
Go ahead, Teresa. Get out of my house.
I'm not leaving without seeing my son.
Forget it. Little Ethan stays here. He's my heir now. And you'll never see my son again.
Sheridan, if your heart's telling you that Luis is still alive, then he is.
Right. It's like you knowing that Marty was your son, even though it seemed impossible.
Yes, you have to have faith that the DNA test the feds are running will validate what you feel.
I'll try.
Okay. You were right about Marty. Why shouldn't you be right about Luis?
I mean, the FBI could have... They could have made a mistake. And Luis and his DNA and the fingerprints and his dental records will prove it.
It has to. We can't lose Louise.
You and your son need to get going. I'll have a car come pick you up.
Cancel the damn car. I'm not leaving Sharon until we know for certain whether Louise is dead or not.
We both know the truth about Louise.
Look, Sheridan needs me, and James needs her. They mean the world to each other.
The only thing you need is to disappear right now.
That piece of fabric doesn't belong to Jessica.
Then is it yours? Did you wear it tonight and then burn it?
What, you think I killed that man?
Why else is there bloody clothes being burned in my backyard?
Alistair Crane. He set Jessica up.
Yeah, that's right. Jessica told us how Mr. Crane is out to ruin your family.
Yeah, she told us tonight when we ran into her at the club.
And convinced her to come back home.
Yeah, we were with Jessica all night, so we'd know if she killed someone, and she didn't.
So you and Paloma keep saying.
So?
So, Jessica's so lucky to have you guys as her friends. Friends that would protect her, defend her. Friends that would lie for her. Isn't that right? You were at the hotel tonight, weren't you? Where this piece of fabric was soaked with the John's blood. The man that you stabbed to death.
You're right! I did it! God help me. They did it.
Go ahead, walk through that door. You'll never see your son again.
Teresa's gonna be gone as soon as she gives me the word, Gwen. I am helping her escape.
Now, if you killed that man in self-defense, then why did you run? Why did you try to cover your own tracks?